What is the payable workflow in QuickBooks Online? Well, when you listen to payables, it all includes the transactions which you don't pay right on time when it happens. Like you purchase some things on credit, you purchase laptops, mobiles, furniture, or anything on credit. That specific thing which you purchase on credit on promise to pay that thing later on, like in that 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, or month later. So these types of transactions will be recorded in accounts payables. And how do we record them? So if you just head over towards the QuickBooks Online and go back under the bill section, expenses section, you will see an option, the bills, and these are all the transactions which you can record in your QuickBooks Online, which are not the expenses which incurred but not yet paid. So you can see here already we have a expense name as Vance Ahmed, which is the name of the supplier, and this is the due date, means that at this date that we are required to pay that supplier, and this is the amount of $4,000, and the stated is it's already overdue, means the due date has been passed and it's been 14 days since the due days have been passed and we should pay this debt right on time. So how do we record this type of a transaction? So what we can do is click on add bill on the right side and click on create bill, and it will pop up the screen and we have to select the suppliers. So I have already set a list of the bills that we can add. So we have like submit supply code. This is our one of the suppliers that we purchased. A labor, so there's a labor cost, and we can just select control paste, add new, and we can add a supplier right up there. So yeah, just click on save and we are good to go. Yeah, so we can select supplier from here, and we can select the terms that how many days we can wait him to pay us. Okay, so we can click on net 15, net 30. Let's start net 30. So you can see the bill date would be the today's date and the due date would be the next month, because we have added it as 30 days. So we can just go back and just select previous dates like 1st March, and the due date will be automatically updated. So let's add the category. For that it would be like contractors, contract expenses, non-salary, and the description we can add the labor cost, and the amount is around $500, right? So we can just click on labor cost and the amount is around $500. Okay, so that's how we're gonna record this description, amount, category, supplier name, net, and if you want to add it as a specified bill number, we can also just add a random bill number right up there too, so we can find this transaction later on in our records. So we can click on save, and when we record this transaction as bill and we cross it, you can see we have 3 options right up there under the bills: for review, unpaid, and paid. So the one which we recorded, the Summit Supply Company, obviously we recorded it a lot earlier on, so we have like 2 months earlier this transactions had happened and we have to pay this transaction. So well, there are two ways to pay this type of a transaction. The first way is we can just click on this and select that the bill is being paid. So if we click on make a payment, and from there we can select the amount of transaction that we paid and select the bank account on which the transaction is following up. So if it's showing up in a bank account, we can click here and we can see that the transaction is being matched with the exact bank and payment on the bank transactions in the bank statement. So if you have an email which is separate for a specific supplier, so we can also add up there, and to make sure we can also send invoices from using this from here. Okay, and just click on save and close, and this bill will be paid. So there's only one bill right now which is showing up right here, and we just click on paid. We have like only one bill right here which is already showing it's been paid. So there's obviously another way to pay this transaction. So let's make this bill also mark as paid and shows up the date as of today. So we can also go next day, or we can just select any date we want, but that should be the exact date that you received the amount from the supplier, you paid the amount to the supplier, and it should show in your bank statement. So click on save and close, and then we are good for this bill. Both of these bills are being recorded and being paid. So let's record another bill and see what else we can do to record the payment regardless of adding up this from here. Okay, just click on add bill, create bill, and just head over to this and let's record this transaction. Okay, so Northbridge distributor, we have advertisement expense of this amount. So we have the name of the supplier right here, so we can click here, we can add a new supplier, add the name of the supplier. Okay, and then we click on save, and when it's saved we can go back towards the terms that when it will be due. So let's try net 15 days. It will be due after 15 days, and the date at which the bill occurred is, let's say, 1st of May, and the due date would be 16th of May. And let's add the transaction which is around Meta platform been running ads. So it's like advertisement expense of around $142. So just add the amount, and we can add advertisement and marketing right there. And I think that's it. We need to record in this case. And we'll just click on save, and when it's written save, it's been recorded there. And from the reports we can head over to the reports and see the bills which are not being paid. So just click on standard reports, and from there you can click on unpaid bills. You should click on this report. It will show up all the unpaid bills which have been incurred but not yet paid. So you can go there and find out all the bills which, this is the bill which you just recorded, and these are not the one, these are the ones that which are not paid. So how do we pay this transaction? We can go towards the transaction, bank transaction, and from there we can identify all the transactions which have been coming through to our bank account. We linked our bank account, right? And these are all the transactions from there which we have coming through in this case. So we have recorded all the bills, and if we just find out the ones that we're looking for, we made the payment on this date for that specific bill. So we can click on this transaction, click on match, and we click on match. We have found like no transaction. So if we can like go a little later on, like in May as of today, so we can found there is a transaction that been incurred and we have paid that transaction. We click on match, and from there we can find out that we have recorded the payment of this specific bill. And yeah, so that's how the transaction is being matched using our QuickBooks online transactions, which are the ones which are being connected with it. So I hope you understand everything in this video, and we can discuss a lot more in more detail regarding this accounts payable and their workflow in the future videos. But that's it for this video. This is just a quick introduction of how to record bills and how to record the payments in QuickBooks Online. So I hope you understand everything. If you need any help regarding QuickBooks Online, you can head over to the description and you can discuss about the things with me. And it's lovely to talk to you. Thank you.